when I get a brief to do an idea, or when I start to think of an idea, the first thing that I do is I don't go to read award books or find ideas in things that are out there, like fashionable things or fashionable trend in graphic design or whatever. I mostly sort of just want to untie everything. I just do not want to be trendy. I just, as much as the Fakir said that I'm fashionable and all that sort of things as well, you know, but my point is that I totally do not want to be trendy at all, in the sense that I do not want to go to look at books or like I said, to see what's out there and try to be trendy or try to sort of do those sort of things. But basically, I just want to avoid those sort of things, you know. And to me, why I react that way and why I feel that way is because I always felt that I wanted to have a disruptive change. I always want to change things around, you know. I felt that changing things around, breaking down status quo and all that sort of thing is like quite important. So, and the next step is that I try to find a technique that is not usually used. Like for example, when I'm doing my magazine, I apply techniques that are unorthodox. They are sometimes very unusual because but I also had a good supporter that helped me sort of realize those sort of indulgence and creations, you know, like and the people that I've managed to sort of secure a good partnership with is actually also Domini. They help me sort of experiment a lot of techniques that are really, really difficult to realize if you just go to just one of those printers. You know, I don't know, those designers, I'm sure you have gone to a printers with an idea, and the printers or whoever, they're just sympathetic to ideas, they're just worrying about bottom line. They'll just tell you, no one does it this way, you know. 不可以做的。没有人这样做。And to me, I think that completely misses the point, because that is precisely why I want to do it, right? I mean, that is precisely why I want to do it, because no one is doing it, no one does it this way. Precisely the point, you know. So I guess hopefully sort of design literacy could somehow goes out to these people as well, you know. Right? I think it is a much often said thing, disrupt status quo. Yeah, I think it still holds very true, although it's in a way it's a cliche, right? I think in Singapore there's a lot of things that we sort of buckle to because of pressure, or because of conformity and all that sort of thing. Like, okay, for example, if you said, hey, why don't you just do your trail away after McDonald's and all that sort of thing? But you know, the response is that Singaporean response is that no one is doing it. Why should I? You know, so what the heck, you know? So, but I think that the point is that if people do it, I'll do it, because I just want to break the rules, you know. So the point here is to break the rules, you know. So using three methods, what's trendy, you know, I try to find a technique, you know, a new technique to express myself. I try to break rules. And what I discovered over time was that I hit home upon an idea or something that I could own, you know. And this is something called distress aesthetic. You know, I realized that I want to make perfect imperfect things, and I realized that those kind of things have been done before as well. I mean, just maybe we're not very conscious of it. I mean, okay, if you look at, like, for example, old vintage Levi's that they have done. I mean, they try to make replicas of very old jeans and all that. Well, those are like selling for like $400 to $600 a piece, and a lot of artistic sort of things gone into making things like that, you know. Like I possess relic guitars, for example, you know. So distress aesthetics was something that I thought was quite nice, because I think most people's notion of design is to make beautiful things, you know, to make shishi things. So okay, like for example, I had a client called Peter, based in Hong Kong, and then when I went to talk to them, I realized that in Hong Kong everything is marble and gloss, and everything is beautifully done, it's nice. And so when I talked to them and they wanted to do something for Peter, I thought the last thing I want to do is do something nice and beautiful just to reflect the marble floor and all that sort of thing, you know. So I said, well, I think we should do completely the opposite of what's out there, because there's no point you trying to emulate or trying to to disguise yourself or try to aspire to be like a Gucci sort of brochure or a Prada sort of thing. And I said that you should do something that reflects truly your voice and what you're about, you know, to give a different perspective to your brand. So basically, we come up with magazine, which I'll show, one example I'll show later on. Alright? Okay, I'll just show you this. I have a lot of magazines out right now, so, but I think I just sort of chose some that didn't really win a lot of awards, okay? They were being featured in the magazine as dialogues or examples or specimens or whatever, but they're not multi-award winning, okay? So the gold pencil thing is not going to appear here. So, this is the first one.
Gold pencil.
Okay, I have the idea to make a new magazine look old, okay? This is actually for the Adidas original issue. I'm going to pass one around, maybe. Oh, you get a feel of it.
Go.
Pass it to the back. Pass it to the back, like. Okay, so applying that three thing about avoid being trendy, you know, finding a new technique, you know, break moves and all that sort of thing. And I thought that, okay, what would be nice is to make a new magazine look old. Okay, why is this sort of appropriate to the project I'm working on? It was Adidas Original. And as you know, Adidas Original is about vintage, it's about the heritage, you know. So I thought, well, I'm basically